to thank you so much. DMV, our radio show is on WOL. It comes on every Wednesday. It's called Be Informed DMV, and it's sponsored by Marshall Heights Community Development Organization. What we're going to be doing now is called Coach's Corner. I do need you to unmute your mic. Your mic is, I want your mic hot. Yeah. Unmuted, so I want to be able to hear you. It's going to be you and I having this conversation. Streets Media is our media team, and the other spot you see is Miss Washington, the powerful lady that got us connected. So, Coach, every week we're going to highlight a different coach, and the reason we want to do this, we want to inspire our families, our children, to get back to athletics in our community. You've been a coach for years now, right? So I'm going to ask you three basic questions. All right. And so the goal is for be able to highlight the programs that are in our community. We want to highlight like why you became a coach. What do you coach? And where can people who are interested in putting their children in athletic departments, how they can connect to you? All right. So, and then once we air this, our goal is to use these videos that we do each week to get an increase of young people participating, because a coach can tell a parent much better, especially if the parent never played sports, organized sports, how important it is to have your children in these opportunities. So, Coach, let's first start with just telling us who you are. What do you coach, and how did you come to becoming a coach?
Okay, well, first off, my name is Gerald Lucas. I've been boxing since 1991. I started out there in Maryland with it was a coach named Charles Mooney. He coached William Joppy, one of the WBA champions in the world. And we all came up together in the boxing ranks since 91 until now. And also after I left Mooney, I went to Headbangers over there with Barry Hunter. In the boxing gym, it's called Headbangers, which everybody know because Lamont Peterson and all guys of that nature come from out that camp, man. It's all warriors come from over there.
Okay. I love it. And you know what's so funny? I didn't know that you started out in the ring, brother. I had the pleasure of you know Ham, right? That's right. Actually, not only is he my neighbor, my next door neighbor, as a young person, I used to go up to Elliott to get a little practice, but I was always so inspired by you brothers who just loved it, and it was a lifestyle. So you came to this sport. How did you get introduced to boxing?
Well, what happened is it's a guy named Mr. Sharif Davis.
No way. Not Sharif Davis. Mr. Sharif Davis.
All right, see, this is how it went down, right?
Talk to me.
He was my assistant principal at Roosevelt High School.
No, you didn't go to Roosevelt. He was my assistant principal at Roosevelt also. Come on now. Rough Rider.
I stayed in trouble quite a lot. And so in 91, he made a pact with me. In 90, he made a pact with me. He told me that if I start boxing, we're going to work on getting you out of school, what he told me, right?
Okay.
I said, well, I was like, man, come on, man, stop playing with me, man. Because I stayed in trouble a lot. I stayed in trouble. And I said, this can't be true right here for you. You say we go to boxing gym, you're going to let me help me graduate from school. So I went to the gym, and he held his promise. He did what he got me out of school that year. I mean, it wasn't that I didn't know, like, school. I was good in school, but I had attention span problem.
Yes, sir.
Up in that
yes, sir.
And the streets was calling.
Yes. And he saved a lot of lives. So he made sure that you got your education, but he also made sure you got a lifestyle on passion, on purpose. He got you into that ring, which allowed you to really save your life, right?
Yes, sir. Saved my life. And then, but see, I didn't go over there with him over round one. Him and his brother was teaching over round one. I went the opposite way. I went out there with Mooney, like I told you. Oh, well, what he did was Jobby became the world champion, a middleweight world champion of the world. And like I say, we was close. We used to train together since I was 17 years old. And he took to me because I worked hard and I was a go-getter.
Uh-huh.
Get him. And like I say, Mrs. Davis, and we just been close ever since high school. And he stood by me to this day. He stands beside me now. Every day I call Mr. Davis. When I call him, he's always there for me, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Never became professional.
Yes.
It turned me into the man that I am today, though. You know.
I got it. So as a coach, you coming through that community and you understanding, I'm getting a lot of feedback. Yeah. I need you to stay still. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Davis was a vice principal at Roosevelt, saw your potential, but you had to get into the gym. You had to get into learning the techniques, learning how to box. As a coach now, how do you give that to someone else?
All right, you give it to him, but first off, you got to have patience. So it's a guy that I owe all this to also with Kenilworth, Umar, Coach Umar. He teaches me a lot of patience, man. See, dealing with kids, you got to have a lot of, dealing with the public, period, you got to have a lot of patience, man. Just patience. You got to understand each individual, you got to be able to teach different. Each one of them learn different, you know, each one. Everybody has an angle you have to come at them. And I'm gonna say P like they taught me growing up. P for patience, man. You gotta have patience.
Gotta have patience. Okay, now you're coaching how many students over in Kenilworth?
All right, right now we got a DPR camp, so it was running about I'm gonna say between 16 kids, 16. All together. It was like I'm gonna say 16, like 72 kids all together. But yeah, 72 in different spurts, man.
So in that 72, did you see you? Who reminds you of yourself when you first got in that ring?
What I seen, I got two of them as we speak right now that's constantly there. They started in camp, but they won a box. And one of them kids, man, that's me right there all day long, man. I promise you that.
Got it. And so if parents are listening, what would you tell parents to better prepare our children to be better athletes? Is there any insights, coach?
But to be a better athlete, first off, you got to tell them they have to be able to listen, man. That's number one. That's the key. Listen. Listening, man. That's the key. You know, listening. And they have to be proactive. You know, these kids these days, they got to be more involved. You got to get them out there to mingle. Because, see, like this age we in now, we got the kids, like they'll text a person that's sitting right beside them, man.
Okay.
You know, they got to be able to talk. But the first thing you got to get them to be able to get along with other people, man, because in this sport, it's never you're never by yourself, man. Never by yourself.
Can you dive deeper into that? What do you mean you're never by yourself?
But like it's like see, boxing is like a community. It's like it's boxers. See, once you've been around the sport for so long, it's like you're like a fraternity. It's like a fraternity. You know, boxers only understand boxers. If you're a football player or you don't understand boxers because they go through different vigorous trainings, and they're different, man. I'm just gonna tell you they're different.
Yeah, I like to see the boxers come over to Ham's porch and sit down, talk to Ham, you know, with that cigar in his mouth. The whole neighborhood know he on the porch every time he on the porch. So that's that legacy. Give me a little bit more about that legacy because see, we got a lot of coaches like you who come from DC, and you know what's needed to make sure that tomorrow's children are have the same opportunities.
Yes, sir. Yeah, everyone deserves the opportunity, you know. But sometimes, as being a coach, you got to come out there and you got to get them kids. Though sometimes you got to go to the school, you got to go to the recs, you got to go out there and recruit them. See, in the community, you can't be scared of people. You got to come out there and, like it's like an outreach. You got to go out there and get them, man. You know, because that kid is they need you, man. I mean, they need us. We giving up on the kids a lot these days, man. So they really need us, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear Ham talk about how he took boxers, young boxers, all over the country, man, all over the world, and it changed their lives. Can you tell us how how that changed your life and you're changing the lives of these young people?
It changed my life because like growing up in boxing, I got to see it's 50 states in the United States. And I think I touched about, I'm gonna say 30 some odd states, you know, and plus out the country too.
Yes.
That I would have never got a chance to do that. Like on a regular, like just being a regular civilian, never in life. Never in life without a better seen that. You know, guys like Ham and he stays on you so much, man. You know, me and Ham, I didn't know Ham I knew about Ham, but I didn't know him. Said about he threw a boxing tournament out Hillcrest. It was the Ham some type of tournament, but that's when I got the new Ham. And when I got to know him, I got to know him. Boy, he was a terror too, boy, to know.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame too, brother. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Man, you know, if it's not correct with him, he gonna correct it, man. He gonna make it right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so tell me about your coaching style. What now that you've gone through, what you know, how are you helping tomorrow's professional boxers get ready for that, that platform that you dominated?
Well, first of all, what I teach them, first of all, like before you come to the gym, you got to show me that you're doing good in school first. That's first. If you're not doing good in school, it's over. We're not even going to take. I'm not even going to entertain it any further. You know, you got to show me your grades on your report card, and then we go from there. But the style that I teach, I'm very hands-on. I work out with my kids. I'm talking about everything they do, I do. I do what? Everything. From the exercise to the jogging to this, that, and I'm out there with them hands-on. So I'm letting them know if I can do it, they can do it. You know, see, sometimes when you teach, you can't teach and sit down at the same time. Sometimes you got to get out there with them. So show them that it can be done. It can be accomplished, man.
Okay, love it. Every day. You a coach that does it with them. Now I have two more questions, actually three more questions, and I'm gonna let you go because I know you're busy. My next question is, how can the community help you do what you do better?
Okay, but they can help by like donating. Like over there at Kenilworth, like I said, Umar's over there, one of the best coaches in DC. We need help with like equipment wise, like hand wraps. We need mouthpieces. We need gloves. It's a lot of things that can be donated to help out because some of these kids are not able to get this on their own, and I supply some of it through my pocket, but I'm not able to do it on my own either. Though. But that's what we need help on, basically, like equipment wise, like
Okay.
shoes and things like that.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Coach's Corner, part of what we do here at Streets Media with the Coach's Corner is we connect the resources to our athletic departments. So how do we connect? If those people out here who's going to listen to this production, how can they reach you all at Kenilworth?
Oh, Kenilworth. Well, you just go on Kenilworth website. Kenilworth is Kenilworth Recreation Center, and you go to the website, and you go into boxing, and that's how you reach us. And you chime in. You can give calls, drop off donations, or you can send them in. Anything of that nature, you can do that. That's how we can be reached, sir.
Now, once we edit this production, one of the things we want to do is get some highlights of you literally doing what you do. We can get some highlights of you boxing. Do you have any footage of you training or some of the kids who you've trained, like that you want to put out?
Yes, sir. I do have some.
Okay.
I mean, but this from the beginners. It's not the fanciest, but yeah.
Okay. We want to do that. Do you all have any public tournaments where people come and watch also coming up soon?
All right, this weekend, which is August 28th at Upshur Street Recreation Center, which is located at 14th and Upshur Street Northwest. And Ceasefire is promoting. You heard of Ceasefire, those Smoke the Brothers?
I know those brothers personally. Yes, sir.
Brother Al Malik.
That's right.
They're hosting the boxing tournament this weekend. Upshur Playground, 14th and Upshur.
Oh, that's our schools, you know what? That's our neighborhood. Rough Rider. Okay, one more. My last question. Streets Media and the Coach's Corner is here, right? Why do you think it's important for us to highlight the athletic departments in our recs and our schools and our community?
It's important because it's been well, these wrecks and everything, they've been shunned on. It's like they don't exist no more. I mean, it's like nobody talks about them anymore. We was growing up, we had that. The wreck was like our safe haven back in the day. We go to the wreck, play shoot pool, play ball, but it needs to be highlighted now and let people know that they still exist. They exist, and they need to be funded more so the kids can have something to do in the neighborhoods now. They don't have anything to do, sir. It's
Yes.
nothing left for these kids to do anymore, man.
Well, Coach, I really appreciate your time. We will be reaching back out to you to get some of that footage. I will show you what the end result looks like. But together, we can highlight our children who are changing their life through sports, but we can highlight some of the techniques, like you just said, being patient, that being patient. And we're all connected. So the next time you talk to my Vice Principal, Sharif Davis, please let him know you talk to your other brother, Farrar Tate. And we're here to support each other, brother. So thank you so much, Coach, for your time.
All right. I have one more thing. Can I say one more thing?
Of course you can. Yes, this is your platform.
All right, one more thing. Like, see what I do on my free time. I got a vegan and vegetarian. It's a restaurant on Second and Upshur Street Northwest, Third and Upshur, and I feed the youth and I feed like the boxers. I feed them. I feed good meals to them. It's at 233 Upshur Street Northwest, Washington D.C. 20011. It's called Hilltop Cafe. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm the co-founder of DMV Black Restaurant Week. I learned to cook at Roosevelt. I went to the culinary training program. So while you was boxing, I was learning how to cut up and dice and souffle. So I got to come and actually break bread with you, brother. Can you tell me your days that you're open?
We just open now Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturday from 2 to 8, and from Sunday from 1 to 6 p.m. But the reason I started doing this because boxing, when I was boxing, we had to make weight. So I had to find other ways to eat, healthy ways. So that's what I've been vegan now for the vegetarian for like 21 years now.
That's why you look like you're 20 now. All right.
This youth keep me going too, man.
Yes,
They
sir.
keep me going.
When you put youth in your life and you put real food in your life, it will save your life. Coach, thank you so much for what you do. I will be reaching back out to you. Peace and blessings.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.